everybody, could you use some good news? Well, we might as well start with this one. J.J. Abrams, the producer and director who rejuvenated the Star Trek franchise in 2009, will direct the first of the new Star Wars films. When his Star Trek was released 4 years ago, Abrams admitted to always having been more of a Star Wars guy, and it showed. His Star Trek favored adventure and humor over the social commentary and technobabble that were so prevalent in the previous incarnations. Not everyone liked Abrams' Star Trek, but I thought it was pretty damn good, and I thought Super 8 was tremendous. With Abrams behind the camera and Michael Arndt doing the writing, I am leaning toward cautious optimism regarding the new Star Wars flicks. Now, this next one sounds like a setup for a Conan O'Brien monologue joke. I promise you it's not. Researchers at Wits University in South Africa have proven that dung beetles use the Milky Way to orient themselves when traveling at night. This same team of researchers previously established that dung beetles use the sun and the moon to ensure they don't wind up just pushing those dung balls around in circles. These new findings indicate that in the absence of the sun and the moon, the beetles will use the Milky Way, that hazy ribbon of light visible overhead on clear nights, to keep moving in a straight line. It's not always obvious to a dung beetle's tiny brain which of the available light sources it should use, so when faced with such a difficult decision, the beetle will climb atop its dung boulder and perform a kind of dance as it selects which light to follow. Finally, the White House may have dashed hopes for a Death Star a few weeks ago, but scientists at the University of St. Andrews in Scotland have provided us with a decent consolation prize: a tractor beam. The researchers developed a new technique that uses lasers to attract rather than repel particles. This is brand new, untested technology, but the hope is to develop it for medical applications, manipulating cells in the human body, for instance. This particular tractor beam wouldn't work on objects much bigger than that, but hey, baby steps, right?
Your mama said she wants to see you on camera more often, so you're going to help me with this one, okay?
The new Star Wars movie gets a director, and he's good. Dung beetles use the Milky Way to find their bearings when they're, rolling their balls of shit around.
Right? Right.
And Scottish scientists invent a tractor beam. And that is the good news.
Isn't it? Isn't that the good news? Say goodbye. Say bye-bye. You're not even looking at the camera. That's terrible. It's just terrible. You're very, very bad.